educational system being outdated. It's not just outdated, it's also overbloated. And then we have institutions that are, like, for example, British Nigerian curriculum, we have the American Nigerian curriculum, Canadian, so they also increase.
Actually a point. So why are we practicing other curriculum that is not our own? Is it that we're not good enough?
Well, to be honest, that's
no, I
the
think
point.
that's wrong. There's no curriculum. There is no curriculum that is known to the government, except the one that is produced and adapted by Education Research and Development Council, NERDC. They are the co-mandate of producing that. Listen, at federal level, at tertiary level, the NUC and university comes together to develop a curriculum that is acceptable to all. Just about 4 days ago, I received the Nigerian Atomic Energy Commission. They came. And what is their purpose of visit? To see how we can align. And they have already started working to develop a curriculum on atomic energy so that the university can adapt, and it has gone far. Because we cannot be left behind. It's an important area that we must up to. The issue of electricity, if we are to go into atomic energy, we can have a lot of electricity that will be enough to cater for everybody. So also has application. So, and they have given them mandate to release that curriculum very soon so that selected university can introduce it. And they also mandate them to go and join the Polytechnic and develop a curriculum so that we can have middle manpower, this in these. So you see, any curriculum that comes into the country will be taught this thing. But what we know is both public and private institutions, whether at pre-primary up to tertiary level, must be able to comply with regulatory bodies within the country.
Okay, somebody sat
in
this. Yes, I know that in this very set, I think sometime last year, some kids came around and were having a conversation. Yes. And I asked them, "Are you doing a civic education in your school?" And they said, "No." She said, "No." I said, "Why?" He said, "That's Nigerian curriculum. We don't practice Nigerian curriculum."
Which
and
one
I
is
said,
that?
"Where is your school?" He said, "Here in Abuja."
They are doing which education?
That
civic
they don't
education,
civic education as a subject.
Yes.
The two girls told us no, they don't do it because they don't use Nigerian curriculum.
Can I come into that? Sorry. It has nothing. I'm not speaking in defense of the government, but it has nothing to do with the government. Most of our parents are, in my opinion, permit me to use that, has been brainwashed by this certain introduction of certain curriculum into our schools, and because of that, a lot of levies of fees are asked.
Paid.
And because we are a society that we are not very, very proud of what we have, we are always interested in letting people know what we are not, pretending to be what we are not. You see us pushing our children in those areas. I am not one of them.
But guess what? Most of the parents who take their children to those schools don't want the children to school here. Most of them school here.
Most of them end up schooling here.
You see, let me tell you something. For me to take my child to the American International School, I know how much they're paying. So what they're trying to do is
prep them.
That's it.
In case they move over to the other side.
Most of the time they move over.
Most of them
because if I have to put my child in that kind of school and spend that kind of money at that younger age, that means I'm looking up there. And most of the friends I know who their kids have gone there, they are working extremely hard to make sure their kids are going outside.
No, let's also agree this. What we are talking about, civic education is a national policy. You understand? If there is such observation, the ministry will not sit and watch it, and we have to see how we can correct it. For example, the issue of teaching history. We made a wrong step when we tried to say let's abandon history.
Yes.
And you cannot correct current and future your
without
I agree with you.
Yes, that's fine.
As I told you, the president is somebody that listens to yearning of aspiration of Nigeria. You can see how the issue of IPPIs and tertiary institutions that bear current dismal of strike has been addressed. So we have been mandated to also listen to Nigerians and look at where we need to make necessary amendment, definitely. You see, and that's why we know that definitely education, even by the World Trade Organization Act of 1995, classify education as exportable services
Yes.
It
that
is.
can be exported from one border
To another, yeah.
You understand? So you have to also believe in that. So for you to be watchful, you must come with your own guidelines and safeguard the nation. That's why we also directed the National University Commission to develop a guideline that will guide transnational education, which will now become an exportable commodity. So that anybody that is coming to our country now must comply with guidelines. And those guidelines tend to address our local challenges and protect us, and also move us globally so that we can be competing with other countries internationally in terms of their quality, access, and addition. So these are all known to us, and we are also working to see. And I think not to this, but in Nigeria you have to also blow your trumpet, otherwise few can blow it for you. But then they have been blowing our
Everywhere in the world, everywhere in the world.
But sir,
let me say, NTR
I still
has
haven't
been blowing
been
our
right.
trumpet.
Okay.
But so that's why we also use all the opportunity when we are called, not say no, so that we can come as directed by the president. Let Nigerians know where and what we are doing.